What up, Coop Group? Welcome to Alliance War Season 37, War number 1, where X5e goes against TCN. Now, we fight against them almost every season, and they kick our butts. But this is the war. This is the war where we finally stand our ground. And you get to see if that happens or not. But let's see if I can stand my ground. First war of the season against TCN. I have not died in a first war in forever. And I'm hoping to have finally a deathless season. Finally, we will see what happens. But anyways, they banned Quake, Mcoc, and Kingpin. I've never seen a Kingpin ban, so that's new, especially with the global bans of SI9 and Ghost. So let's see what happens. I was assigned Kitty, Pride, Tigra, and White Magneto. Originally, it was Kitty, Pride, Tigra, and Red Hulk, just so I can clear my paths quicker. But there were two other people bring Red Hulk, so I asked if someone else can take that fight, and I can bring White Mags for a few fights, just to make me more confident in the first war, and I was approved. Thank you. I did take away 2 of my fights, though. So I was assigned 9 fights, and I ended up taking 7. So I am great at sharing. I love it. But you'll see, I am moving pretty early in war. Not super early, but I'm moving early enough. I want to get Section 2 open as quick as I can, and I am responsible for Node 23. And we did a great job clearing up for once. Usually we are stuck in Section 1 until the night is over, and I got through it. I was so happy. But anyways, the first fight is against Mephisto. Mephisto, last season, is the last champion I died to. I died to Mephisto with Kitty last season. In the last war. The last war. So this is my revenge against Mephisto. I am not going to die to you this time. Or maybe I will. We will see. It's the first fight of the season. I already got my my prowess up nice and high. I'm trying to keep my 10 prowess. I'm not going to knock him down because he is a Conduit defender. I'm trying to bait special ones. But right here, he's just not throwing it. I have no idea why I throw special heavy there. But I realize that when you activate on this node, a knockdown, they don't get any debuffs because they shrug off all debuffs. So Conduit, just nothing happens with it. So I can knock him down all I want if I want to. If I want to do a heavy attack, I could. It's not a big deal. Am I going to? Of course I am. I want to do some big damage. But I know not to throw any specials, especially until after he regens, because just throwing a special into his regen, it's just pointless. So I'm trying to keep my prowess as high as I can, trying to bait special 1, not throwing it. He's getting me backed up. I'm kind of like a bit scared here. I need to scoot him back if I can. So let's scoot him back, phase into special 1 just to do some extra damage while I can. Knock him down because I can. Conduit doesn't exist because of their immunities. Awesome. Run in there. Cool. Run in here. He's now at special 2. He's regenning. Not a big deal. But I think this is where it goes wrong. After this one. He's regened. It shouldn't be that hard of a fight from here on out. It should just be throw a special. And I miss a parry. Don't know what happened there. I was blocking, and all of a sudden parry. And whoa, he's almost at special 3. Breathe, Coop, breathe. You have a special 3. You can use it if you need to. You can use it if you need to. Okay, what's going to happen here? I throw a few hits into him. He has his protection still up from Ebb and Flow knockdown. And a special 3 doesn't really count as knockdown. Or maybe it does. I don't think it does. And it almost kills him, 1%. And does Conduit affect? No, because knocked him down. Therefore, he is debuff immune, no Conduit. He throws a special 3. I am phasing. I was not phasing at first when I threw my special, which means that the phase is a little bit, does no damage, and he dies from hitting into my face. So, thank the Lord. Or whatever you want to thank in this world, I didn't die there. I could have died in my first fight of this season against the same defender who I died to in the last war of the last season. Not gonna happen. So I heal up with 2 health potions here. And it's time to just breathe. I have a combat regen boost going from the last fight onto this one also, because I just wanted to bait out a heavy or whatever I wanted to do. And just heal up because I knew I was going to take some degen damage. My goal here is, although I didn't heal all the way up to 100%, it's to finish with 100%. Now, his power is going down because it isn't vivified. So I'm going to try and just hit into him and then bait special 1s if I have to. I've done so many Terraxes. Why throw a heavy attack there? Just to activate protection. And it didn't activate Conduit. I'm trying to remember why I didn't activate Conduit. And I know from now on I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to hit into his protection, I think. And I'm at 80-something%, 89%. I'm going to try and get to 100 if I can. Knock him down. Now he activates Conduit. I feel kind of silly because all my hits are going to do nothing now. So I'm just wasting time. Silly Coop. Don't knock down Terrax on Conduit. Just hit into him. It's fine. So, honestly, I get like 1 hit that was with my extra fury from the no protection. with his Conduit down. That's silly. Honestly, not a big deal. I'm just going to hit him with Conduit, and he's going to hit into my phase, whatever, not a big deal. It's just 60% less damage, but he's still going to go down. It's a longer fight than I planned, but look at my health bar. 3, 2, 1, boom. Full yellow bar. Full yellow, and he's down. So that fight went okay. I didn't get any dropped inputs there. I did get a dropped input through block in the last fight, which is dumb. Hate when that happens, and it's going to happen at least one more time this war. You'll see what happens. But I dropped my first white Magneto pre-fight on this Wiccan, mainly because if I knock him down, I want to be able to parry him and get my prowess up as fast as I can. I have never fought a Wiccan before in Alliance War, so I did do a lot of duels against a Wiccan, against my 2-star Wiccan. Not that it really did anything, but I had him hit into me, then I just baited specials and just kind of evade them if I could. He does put a Incinerate on you, but guess what? Kitty Pryde's Incinerate immune, so suck it. I'm going to knock him down here. Think I was trying to see what I wanted to do here. Knock him down, and watch this. Run in here, 20 prowess, big special 2, he's done. So 30 seconds, that fight is, it's actually under 30 seconds. That was like 29 seconds, even less, because the fight timer starts the moment you run in. So it was like a 20-second fight. So I'm tagging no good, because he has to put my white mag pre-fight on. This Mordo, he promised he would for me. So we're going to sit here and just watch. This is a rank 4 Mordo. I believe all these fights are rank 4, because this is TCN. They are the first or second biggest whale alliance in this game. And they are the top alliance who spends the most in Masters bracket. I don't think there's anyone else in Masters who spends as much as TCN. They are the number 1 or 2 alliance AQ, which means they have the most prestige and they have the most rank 4s. They're probably the first rank 5s also. It's insane. But finally, I back out because I thought he put on his pre-fight. I go in. I have suicides this war just because I wanted to heal up and not use any potions if I had to, so I can heal up in a fight with just phasing and taking willpower healing, which could be nice with that my poison. And I go in. So I took this fight a few times during off-season without boosting whatsoever. And I lost at most 2% health in that fight. 2%. So I need to get 10 prowess. There it goes. I'm at 10 prowess. Now I'm unblockable. This node is no longer Mixed Master, so I can do more than 2 hits if I want to. It's now the node where if we don't hit him, or if he doesn't hit you, you are rooted. And it's also a special 2, and boom, I throw a leg attack out of nowhere, and I get special 2 to the face. 2 crits. What the crap, man? What the crap? I love to replay that, but it just pissed me off when I rewatched it. I'm like, how did I throw a leg attack instead of just dashing in there? He hit into my face right there. That would have happened right there. But instead, I take some nice hits to the face, waste some more potions that should have never wasted, and now, though I am boosted, I'm doing worse than I've done for this war than in an off-season war when I wasn't boosted and I lost 2% health in this fight. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright, Mordo down with a special 3. Honestly, I got down to like 50%. I healed up to 63. It was amazing. It was great. Now, Section 2 is open. That is the good thing about this right now. I've opened Section 2. The night is mine. If I want, I can get into Section 2 during this night. But now I'm healing up because I'm a noob. Not even. Like, that wasn't, like, I'm calling that a dropped input or a changed input. It was a medium swipe, but it ended up being a light attack. He hit me with a special 2. That was silly. Now, look how much time is left on the timer. There were, like, 13 hours left when I got that last fight down. Probably, like, 18 or whatever hours. I wasn't looking. There's 1.5 hours left in this war. And the minis are still open. All the minis. Now, of course, I do have to open up the minis on the right side because I have that King Groot. But, man, 1.5 hours left of war. This is what I am fearing. I am fearing this for this season. Having to deal with this and fight last second. Because I can't do this when I'm working sometimes. But, luckily, I was able to step away for these fights. I had 3 more fights left. There was a Nova on that shared node in Section 2. I was scheduled to take out Tigra because just to get me through faster, but someone had a Doom in Path 4, so they annihilated it. Great job to them. I think it is Lieto, who is actually a boss killer this war, so go us. So I have my new pre-fight for the next 2 fights. This is a Killmonger and a Rintrah and Ebb and Flow intercept in order to do an extra 40% damage, not be gimped by 60%. You have to get an intercept off. Now, Kitty Pryde intercepts are really easy. You've seen me do this all of last season when I was a Kitty Pryde main last season. He throws a special 1 to my block, not a big deal. I'm unblockable, so that unstoppable from a special 1 is never going to be an issue. My goal here is get all my prowess up, get to a special 2, get my intercept off. Not yet. Intercept off. There it is. And a special 2 right here. And hope it finishes off. 30-29. That was a 30-second fight. So, super quick fight against a Killmonger, considering that the first fight I've ever done against with Kitty Pryde and Lion Spore a few seasons back was against Killmonger, and I died to it. 30 seconds fight is really good. This next fight is against Rintrah on Mighty Charge and Ebb and Flow Intercept. And I put on a White Mag pre-fight just so with Mighty Charge I can still parry. Because I'm immune to debuffs, but not immune to a passive stun, which I don't know how that gets through, but it just does. My goal is to get on my prowess, watch his charges, because if he gets near 10 charges, I have to knock him down. If I don't knock him down, he will rupture me, and I will take a lot of damage. Although, I can just phase off the rupture damage, but I'd rather not get ruptured, you know? Now, I am just parrying just to get... I think I want to bait special 1. I didn't want to activate Dexterity in case they're running Mystic Dispersion. Now, let's see how much Mystic Dispersion they're running. I throw a heavy attack right here. And they're running about 4, maybe 5. But he's at 0 charges. I now feel safe to just hit him and intercept right here. Got me intercept off. Awesome. Throw another one. I think I'm going to throw a special 2 here with 4 or 5 of his charges. 5 are going to go down after I knock him down. Awesome. Recoil doesn't matter because I'm phasing. Knock him down. For not that it even mattered there. And yeah, this fight's almost over. If I can get intercept off before this fight ends, it would be good. I want to beat special 1, although not a big deal. I was trying to make sure I didn't have neutralize up. Going to run in here. And special 2, he is done. So a minute-long fight. By the time he was KO'd, it was 4 minutes left on the timer. So really good fight considering how I almost died to that fight twice last season. And it was really strong. I am somewhat really nicely boosted. This war is already over. We got our ass handed to us. We died a lot, which happens in the first war, I feel like. And they died 3 times, which you'll see by the end of this war. So sorry for giving that away. But I don't know why I boosted up so much. I put on some Mystic boosts, not that I know if it would do anything against Safeguard. But it's the first time I've ever taken King Groot on Safeguard in season with Tigra. Usually we have our buddy Zora do this, and he is an amazing rank 4 Tigra player. He went left this time for mini bosses. I am going right. So I had to use my Tigra, my rank 3 Tigra. I did Tigra up a little bit. Not sure what happened there. I should have countered his heavy attack, and now my senses are going down. Not that's a big deal, because my goal here is to go special 3, and when you throw a special 3, it redoes all your senses anyways. So, if my senses go away, not a big deal. But special 3, the senses go up to 12 seconds anyway, so your sig doesn't really matter if you're going to be throwing special 3 anyways. But the reason I'm throwing special 3 is so I can get a indefinite rupture for the, just on him the whole time. As long as he doesn't have any furies on him, the rupture will apply. And my goal here is to watch his timer, and to make sure he never regens, because this is also a vigorous assault, along with Safeguard. So if he regens, he goes unblockable, and I want to keep on my neutralize on him so he never regens, if I can. Throw a heavy attack here. Who knows why I throw it? I just wanted to activate Conduit, because why the heck not? That seemed like so much fun to activate Conduit and see how much damage I can do now. Look at him regenning. Wow. Like I hit into him, he's regenning like 1,000 a tick. So now that's down. I'm going to bait special 1. I thought about countering a special 1. I did a lot of practice countering a special 1. And I promise I can do it. But I'm like, nah, not needed. My senses are down. Now I'm going to throw special 3. And senses are about to be back up again. And special 3s do not count as knockdowns towards Conduit. So it's kind of cool. But this is Safeguard. So it does 1% damage. Watching the timer, I've done about 27% damage. And it's been 1.5 minutes. So now I have to get a lot of damage out. I have to kill him now. Going to bait special 1. Not doing anything. He's at 69%. He is healing a little bit. Although he doesn't have that much healing from that rupture, but still, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. I'm trying to wait to see what happens at the 230 mark to see if he's even 50% down or not. But he got all those furies because he wasn't neutralized at the time. I need to neutralize him right now if I can. I am running 4 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion or 5 out of 5, one of the two, which means at the moment that those go away, I go straight to the special 3. So yeah, I'm gonna bait special 1 if I can. And I'm going to throw a special 3 again. Not that it matters, but you can't stack those indefinite ruptures, sadly, which it would be awesome if you could, but you cannot. 50% now. We're looking at the timer now to see if the time's halfway done. It is at 2:42. This is a close one. Now that I have the induction rupture up, and I'm not going to let him get his furies again, I hope not to, I'm hoping to finish him off. Now, I've seen many people do this fight before. My buddy Scorp in Battle Group 1 did this fight with his rank 4 6200 Tigra. I've seen Fintap do this fight before. But they always activate Conduit, and I was told Don't worry about Conduit, just activate it by the time you get to a special 2. And now he has his Furies. Great. And I can't activate my Ruptures because it's just going to go away with those Furies anyways. So I'm going to throw a special 2 by the time those... Trying to time it so those don't go away. Now, on blockable attacks with Indefinite Rupture, we're going to add more Ruptures, which is nice. I have another special 2 almost ready to go. I'm going to bait this, going to throw a heavy attack, and I'm going to throw a big special 2, hoping it does some big damage, because on blockable attacks, they're going to do some good damage. Conduit is active, but look at that damage. He is going down, kind of. The last hit to 2%. I thought about just phasing that special 2, and just throwing a heavy attack, and holding it heavy, but no, not going to happen. So I'm going to wait out Conduit. There's a minute and a half left. He's at 10%. He throws a special 1. I'm going to run in. I'm going to throw I think I'm trying to dash back here. And he's dead. So if I just would have waited out Conduit for the first one. Although, if I waited out Conduit, by the time the Furies expired, I would have had a special 3. So a third special 3 wastes too much time. That fight is down. Mini bosses are open to go on the right side. With an hour and 20-ish minutes left. Hoping we got it down. But did we finish our battle group? We did finish in the last 20 minutes. It got very close because the left side almost didn't finish. And our boss killer just did an amazing job. Good job, Lieto. We ended up losing this war against TCN. I had 7 fights. I used 4 potions, 2 9Ks, 2 6Ks, and 6 fights with Tigra. 6 fights with Kitty. I think I got the wrong Kitty. Kitty Pryde, and 1 fight with Tigra. Now, as I said, they did die only 3 times, so TCN did not donut us. They did not die 0 times, so they have done twice before, although they got docked that season. And we died 16, so not a good war for X5e. And I'm hoping to update this next few graphics as the season goes on to show you what fights I do over the season. It should be fun, just mainly for me, but why not for you also? I found a empty Alliance War map, which is cool. It doesn't show the nodes, so if you want to know what nodes are where, just look at the video and yada yada. So, quite the war. It felt really strong by the end of the war for me. I did turn off suicides for the King Groot fight. I thought about keeping them on just to do more rupture damage, but I don't know if that really works or not. So I kept off suicides because it's safeguard, so it wouldn't really matter. And we got our fights done. So good job to the planners and the officers for just having a good war overall. Everyone, good job for executing. Some people didn't have a good war, but it happens. But yeah, this is Coop, sign off. Happy gaming.